it can take people an entire lifetime, deep divers, to figure out what they're meant to be doing with their life. But deep divers, you don't have to wait till the end of your life to actually realize what you're supposed to be doing. Let's find that out a lot sooner, okay? Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the heart of nature, baby. Another gorgeous day in Jurassic Park. We're just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I'm sending you tons of good ass energy. Take that, take that. Take that. Now, deep divers, are you still trying to figure out what you're meant to be doing with your life? I got a great question that came to me. Young lady wrote to me saying, Ralph, I know you get thousands, of messages every single day. I love your videos, but my parents want me to do this. They want me to go to college and be a doctor and this and that and this and that. And I have plans of my own. I've got dreams of my own. And I'm still figuring out what I'm meant to be doing with my life. I need some help. Ralph, help, right? Well, deep divers, how to figure out what you're meant to be doing with your life, in your life. Because let's face it, deep divers, a lot of us, we reach the crossroads. We're like, should I go left? Should I go right? Should I look down? Should I look up? Like, we don't even know where to look, deep divers. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? There. So wonderful, deep divers. Let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. Figure out what I'm meant to be doing with my life, okay? Like, I have found what I'm meant to be doing. As you can tell, I'm in nature. I'm inspiring the cat down the road, and you, and you, and you. But what was Ralph Smart doing before that point? Deep divers, I was lost in the wilderness. I didn't know what I was meant to be doing at all. Even though I had just graduated, I was ready to enter the matrix and just work for the rest of my life and then retire. Yeah. I had a big question mark right in front of me. I'm like, Ralph, you shouldn't be doing this right now. You shouldn't be doing this, right? I found out the formula, deep divers, the secret, the holy grail to figure out what you're meant to be doing. Take a break from everything. Take a break from social media. Take a break from your friends. Take a break from your own house. Take a break from your room. And spend time with yourself in the heart of nature. Get to know who you are. Have you ever listened to yourself, deep divers? Oh, baby, you should try that today. Like, really listen to yourself to say, actually, can I actually get some alone time with me? Allow your one true voice to come through. Because you wrote to me saying that your parents have made plans for you. It's awkward, isn't it, deep divers? When you start to realize that a meeting has occurred and you haven't been invited, but this meeting is about you and your future, and everyone else is making plans that you don't know anything about, right? So realize this today, deep divers. You have to be in that meeting, and you enter that meeting room and you say, hey, everybody, get out of here. You don't want anybody in that meeting. It's a meeting with you, yourself, and you, okay? When you take a break from everything, it's going to be scary. But for the first time, you're going to start to know what it is you like, what it is you dislike. To figure out what you're meant to do, deep divers, you have to forget about popularity, forget about followers, forget about subscribers. No, you have to always make sure that you are honoring your heart. What you are here to do has everything to do with what your heart is calling for, what your heart is really beating for, not what other people's hearts are beating for. Realize this today, deep divers. Ask yourself one question. What can I see myself doing in 30 years' time with a big, fat grin on my face? This is Ralph Smart in 30 years' time. In the heart of nature, doing a little samba, baby. Slow motion this side. Doing some slow motion. I guarantee you, deep divers, and I'm happy right now, and I'll be happy in 30 years and in 50 years, because I'll be doing the exact same thing, inspiring millions of people. So that's how to figure out what you're meant to do on this planet. I want you to visualize right now doing something in 30 years that is making you smile. What is that thing you are visualizing right now? That's how to figure out what you're meant to do with your life. Many times we visualize ourselves doing what we're already doing in the next 30 years, and it's not comforting, it's not exciting. In fact, it brings tears to our eyes in the worst way. In fact, it's like a living nightmare, okay? So just really start getting honest with yourself and say, can I see myself doing this in the next 30 years? If the answer is no, leave, quit, because you want to make sure whatever you're doing has a future, that you can see yourself doing this in the next 30 years with a smile on your face. What emotions is what I'm doing right now? What emotions are coming out? What emotions does this activity draw out of me? If you are doing something right now and it's always drawing negative emotions out of you, we can safely say, this is not what we're here to do. To figure out what you're meant to do, let me take myself as a case study, Ralph Smart. I knew that this was what I was meant to do because, let's face it, deep divers, it feels so good to be alive, baby. Like, you have to do that. When you can do that confidently, it feels so good to be alive, baby. Like, you raise your arms in the air and say, it feels so good to be alive, baby. Yeah. That's how to figure out what you're meant to do. But if you are in an office somewhere right now, or you're in college and you can't do this, feels so good to be alive, baby. Leave, deep divers. Goodness sakes. How to figure out, deep divers, what you're meant to do with your life to become your greatest version. Let's get real, deep divers. Is it a burden or an honor? Where you are, what you're doing with your life right now, because you are already doing something. And you've written to me because you're not happy doing it, because you know it's not your true calling. So, reality check time. Is this a burden or is this an honor? It's a burden, Ralph. Well, Anything that you do that feels like a burden is not your true purpose. Your true purpose is always an honor. It doesn't mean it's easy. There are going to be difficult days, but in your quiet moment, you know that it's a privilege to do what you are doing. It's an honor. When I'm making videos, when I'm writing articles, when I'm posting on the gram at Infinite Waters, add me there. It's an honor because I'm helping millions of people become their greatest version. The moment I start saying, oh, it's a burden, I now know that's not my true purpose, but I've never ever said it's a burden because look, the universe has given me strength. I have the strength to inspire a lot of people through my story. So it can only be an honor. So to figure out what you're meant to do, ask yourself, what feels like an honor today that I'm doing? It could be helping people, right? Be real with yourself. Deep dive is how to figure out what you're meant to do with your life to become your greatest version. Let's get honest with ourselves, deep divers. What would you do if money was no object? In this matrix, a lot of people are tap dancing for a few silver coins, just for attention. And we are confusing popularity with our purpose. No, just because you're getting popular at something, it doesn't mean it's your purpose. Just because you're good at something too, it doesn't mean it's your purpose. And that's what you're meant to be doing. No. How much of your heart is truly in it in the most authentic and pure way? Not for praise from people. No. How much do you need this just as much as you need the air you are breathing? Like, I need this, deep divers, being in nature just as much as I need this, good ass prana, baby. When we realize, what would you do if money was no object? Like, I would still be doing this, deep divers, because I told you, when I'm making videos, this is just my morning, daily routine of going for a stroll in the heart of nature, this gigantic forest, or going to the beach. And then I'm like, oh, let me make a video because I'm in such a great mood. And let me spread these powerful vibrations to all of these deep divers to help them live their best life, because I'm living my best life in the heart of nature. But if you are only there for a paycheck, that's how to figure out, hey, wait a minute. I'm not meant to be doing this, because if I'm just doing it for the money, if I'm just doing it for the attention, if I'm just doing it for the popularity, my soul and heart aren't really in it. Therefore, it doesn't have a sustainable future. I was making YouTube videos before I was getting paid for it. Happily, gladly, because this is my divine purpose, to inspire millions of people become their greatest version. So you don't have to pay me to do this. I'm still going to do it. Deep divers. How to figure out what you're meant to do with your life. When parents are saying do this, when the cat down the road is saying do that, ignore everybody. Ignore everybody. And once you cancel everybody out, start really listening to yourself. And realize this today. Ask yourself one question. What do I love enough to do even when it goes left? I'm left-handed, by the way, deep divers. Or when it goes right? When it why do they always say it goes left? Like left is a good thing, right? What do you love enough, deep divers, to still keep doing even when the going gets tough, because there are going to be hard days ahead of you, even if you have found your purpose. I could still keep doing this because I love this enough, deep divers, and I'm still doing it, even though there have been some pretty rough days for Ralph Smart. Broken equipment, okay? Delays, roadblocks, detours, it's all happened to me. Friends switching up on me, it's all happened to me. But I keep doing it, I keep going. And that's why I am unstoppable, because my love outweighs any challenge that comes my way. What? Slow motion this side. Deep divers. How to figure out what you're meant to do with your life to become your greatest version. 7-day vegan challenge. Shout out to everybody who's eating fruits and veg, but shout out to everybody who's not eating and who is practicing intermittent fasting. Do you know, deep divers, when I say we ain't even had breakfast yet, I'm not lying. Like, I seriously have not had breakfast yet. And I've been practicing intermittent fasting for a long time. And this is where, like, if I stop eating at 8 o'clock, I don't eat again till 8. But usually I stop eating around 10 o'clock, right? And then I don't eat till 10. Deep divers, intermittent fasting, okay? Where you take a long break without eating. I don't eat for 1 day a week. 1 day a week, I am not eating. I'm just drinking water. I'm just on a juice cleanse, okay? And it helps my body really get back in working order. Now, how is this linked to really finding out what you're meant to be doing? Because through that intermittent fasting, 12 hours, okay, if you can do this every day, 12 hours, no eating, that's what I do most of the time. And all of a sudden, you're gonna get real hungry sometimes. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm a gladiator, right? You are gonna get real hungry. But in that hunger, all of a sudden that wears off and you have this incredible self-discipline. You have this mental sharpness, razor sharpness to say, actually, I know what I'm here to do. If you are just stuffing your face all the time, deep divers, you're like, I don't know what to do with my life. But when you haven't eaten for a long time, you're like, gosh, I've got to do this. I've got to do that, right? So practice intermittent fasting to really cultivate this mental sharpness. I guarantee you that will lead you to figure out what you're meant to do with your life. Deep divers, how to figure out what you're meant to do with your life and live your best life. Every day, deep divers, it works like this. What can you see yourself doing that is a lifestyle as opposed to just a goal? What? Slow motion this side. What can you see yourself doing that is a lifestyle as opposed to just a goal? A lot of us, we have goals just to make a lot of money, just to drive a nice car, but that's not a lifestyle. And therefore, down the road, we run into all kinds of problems. So forget about goals. I don't create goals. I have a lifestyle that is sustainable because it's good for my mental health. To figure out what you're meant to do, deep divers, always ask yourself, is this activity energy generating or energy depleting? Look, is this energy generating or energy depleting? Let me find out right now. Feels so good to be alive, baby. Okay, definitely energy generating. That's how I know I am meant to be doing this right now because it's healthy. All of my cells are rejoicing. But many times we find ourselves in work environments and situations and places which are energy depleting. They drain us. We arrive there with a full battery and we leave there with an empty battery. That's how to figure out, say, wait a minute, I'm not meant to be doing this. Because anything that is good for your soul, your divine purpose, will always be energy generating. There will always be an opportunity for you to grow and evolve to the next level of your greatness. To figure out what you're meant to do, deep divers, it's good for them, your parents, your drunk uncle, your auntie, all of those people. But is it good for you? Always do what is good for you, because as things change, it all gets forgotten. And you will be left with you. You have to face yourself in the mirror. Stop people pleasing. That's how to figure out what you're meant to do. Say, look, everybody, I don't care if you hate me. I'm gonna dare to follow my heart. And the universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their hearts. What? Slow motion this side. Deep divers, how to figure out, oh baby, what you're meant to do with your life to become your greatest version. Am I smiling? Am I frowning? Am I crying? Keep a record, keep a journal of your emotional state when you are doing your daily routine. And if you find yourself writing about all of your negative emotions, that's not what you're meant to do. Because you didn't come here to suffer, deep divers. You came here to experience all that you can potentially be, which is your greatest version. And that includes hard times, but more so it includes a healthy mental and emotional state. You didn't come here to suffer, deep divers. You came here to start doing more of what makes you happy, because your happiness is linked to your health. To figure out, deep divers, what you're meant to do, what's helped me along my journey is expression. I remember being in a job where just over broke. I couldn't say stuff, right? I couldn't really speak my heart and mind, and I felt like a prisoner. And I realized that this is not what I was meant to do. I'm a Pisces, deep divers, and I'm ruled by communication. I'm a communicator. I love to talk and walk at the same time. So I realized that the reason why I wasn't happy, the reason why I wasn't living my purpose, was because I had denied myself of my true expression. And your true expression is linked to your true authenticity. So be honest with yourself and say, which place can I be where I can really express myself 100% without being ashamed of it? For me, that's nature, because these trees don't judge me. Also ask yourself, deep divers, where can I be? Which environment can I be in that helps me to accept who I really am? Oh, that's nature. Ask yourself this, deep divers, which environment can I be in that helps me love myself that little bit more? Oh, that's nature. You see, we have figured out what we are meant to be doing with our life. What am I excited to read up on about? Okay, I'm excited to read up on psychology. That's why I studied it. I'm excited to read about healthy plant-based foods. That's why I've been a vegan for over 15 years, right? So start realizing that to figure out what you're meant to be doing, start investing in your passions and talents, and start also investing in yourself. And then you'll just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Beautiful, deep divers. We're just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to everybody who's been rocking the amazing Good Ass Prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes. Deep Divers got a question for me. Add me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. And the model search is on. If you are a sexy ass model, woo, with a lot of heart, add me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. Deep Divers. Oh, I love this one, Ralph. Well, check out the new book then. For more information like this, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. Have a beautiful day, Deep Divers. Peace. Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. We have figured out what we're meant to be doing, Ralph. What is that? Just, breathing in that good ass prana. That's all I came here to do. That's all. Have a beautiful day, Deep Divers. Peace.